The same world over. What unique challenges could we possibly have? I think I'm in great company because he should know that. I'm talking to Micah Chiberu Nagenda. You're the CEO of Kipia Group Limited. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm waiting.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Indeed.
I feel like it costs a lot to even have access to cyber.
It costs to at least get the knowledge also.
Yeah. Everything costs money.
Yes,
so why are we happy that we have this tech world and we're going that way?
Well, we want always faster, be connected, if possible all the time.
Yeah.
You want to be on your way to tell your wife, husband, hey, I'm here, I'm there, so all that
quickly,
exactly,
conveniently.
Yes.
So it's not all bad. If anything, probably the digital space is supposed to be an advantage.
Yes,
it's just that unfortunately, for some reason, it's taken advantage of. When I was trying to ask you what cyber security is, and I was explaining to you my little ways that I feel I'm secure online.
Yes.
But for somebody who hears cyber security but has never really understood the breakdowns of it, let's start there.
That's a good question. Cyber security is really, let me say you're doing a drive license, you learn the roads, you learn about the road signs, etc., etc. But when you come now and log in and go to your Internet Explorer, Firefox, where we now is it still the road? You're in the cyber space. It's a cyber area, so you're in the internet basically. And it doesn't always take actually internet, but our two phones could be connected via Bluetooth or even an own hotspot. So again, I basically have a connection, but via internet protocols or LAN, etc. So cyber really is the space we're moving in. Today we're saying we're living in a global village, and that just means one computer to the other in seconds communication is done, and you don't know anymore where it's actually A, where it's B. So you're just in the cyber space, basically.
I was asking the other day that if we are truly a global village in many ways, but the case of Uganda, have we reached the world? Has the world reached us?
I think reach definitely yes. And Uganda has been doing a lot of things. I just came from Nigeria and I see different countries, so I can a bit also compare the one or the other. And I mean, today we have 4G, we have LTE, etc. And that shows definitely advantage. We have different internet packages, the prices are there, etc., which allow you to do the one or the other. So universities, they have IT programs ongoing, etc. You find the youth who is so interested in what is this, what's that, and they do different things. And mobile money, it wouldn't work without that cyberspace, etc. So definitely we're there. But there's always space for
to grow.
And
we don't have a Zuckerberg yet.
Not yet, and we need to create our own.
That's true. We don't want to ride on Zuckerberg's. But you are the CEO of Kipia Group Limited. Perhaps let's also explain what Kipia Group does.
Okay. Kipia, actually getting the name was a challenge, but then I loved it because it means something new.
Okay.
And when we started, we wanted to do things in just differently, backed up with the best knowledge. Okay. So Kipia is an umbrella company. We have Kipia Connect, we have Kipia Bit Too Big. And with Kipia Connect, we are doing trainings in cybersecurity and other areas. And we also do IT consultancy in that area. With Bit Too Big, we actually do blockchain. So blockchain, what's that? We had about Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency or digital money, and blockchain is a vehicle or the engine under that. So there we do consulting services and also integration services.
Okay. What's your background? Because that's a lot of tech.
My background, I left Uganda when I was still young. I actually grew up most of my time in Germany. Okay. So I learned there, I studied there, I trained there. And my background is really IT. Okay, makes sense why you're there. So it's something I really liked and still do. And so for most of the things we do, it's fintech, it's financial technology connected. So that's basically my background.
Great. Most cases somebody says, I'm the CEO of this, and their background is something totally different. So I'm glad that you're there. You talked about training.
Yes.
That's key, because we're saying that the biggest issue that Africa has, especially when it comes to the digital space, is the skills gap.
Yes, very true, very true. And that's why we identified. I mean, we hire employees and they don't know how to do Excel, they don't know how to do presentation, etc. Because of security, we might utilize more Linux. What's that?
It's like, who?
Exactly, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Where do you want me to go? I said, no, your computer. So we found a lot of challenges. We hired actually a company believing, okay, they will get us the best people, but then we realized, no, we need to do actually the trainings ourselves. So not only to our own employees, but actually also outside. Because if you look at the job market, you need someone who actually understands how to do A and B and C, and not be told now press A, now press B, etc. So training is key for cybersecurity, for IT, whatever it is.
You know, I've always wondered, is it a case of the skills, because someone has gone through the Ugandan system, for example, studied, and they come out as quote-unquote expert, and you're hiring them and you realize not so much. Is it a case of, I did study, I just didn't study for what I would meet eventually at the market? Yeah. Or is it that I studied but for Uganda's market, and then I went and realized, oh wait, digital space is beyond Kampala?
Yeah. I think we're still using old model of studies, first of all. Like today, people go online. I was recently doing a study at London University of Economics, and I saw people from Nigeria and different other countries, and it was a very advanced training. Cost was like £5,000 for it, but it went into the depths. But it was all online. I could have sat in Mityana, I could have
done it,
and I've done it. Now the challenge we always find is that people, when they study or go for any programs, they don't realize that actually that is their ladder to actually step further. They just study for the sake of, oh, then I have a bachelor, I have this. But that's not what counts. The industry needs you, but in a way that they can utilize your skills. So we have different challenges. Universities need really to take on the topics needed in the industry, but also the industry needs access to those, let me say, 1-2 year old study levels, not when they're done. Yeah,
catch them when they're starting.
Exactly. Important. Like a child. I mean, if you teach a child certain things, it learns. At a certain age, it stops learning. So you teach a child as long as it looks up to you before it looks down to you. So if you don't teach at the early level the proper stuff, and now they're going to companies, they're already like this, and then you have the challenges there. So you need to also connect them with the advanced knowledge without them seeing the bigger picture, and that's what it's usually missing even in any training institution or university, etc. You just go left, right, but you don't know actually where the destination is.
I think we're starting there, because I've been having a couple of guests here telling me about how STEM classes are such a hit nowadays. Of course, not as much as they would like in Uganda. Of course, I'm like, but they're already in school doing science. Why am I taking them for an extra class? Why are they coding? You know, let them go do something else. But also, I wonder how you, for example, in your trainings, how you incorporate the fact that the digital space keeps changing. Tech changes, and you're teaching this, and before you know it, somebody else has improved it and improved it. How do you keep that in mind?
Actually, for us, we have built quite a successful model. We work with global institutions. So for cybersecurity, we work with EC Council, and they're like globally #1 when it comes to cyberspace, cybersecurity, etc. So, like, I'm trained in Ethical Hacker version 9. Now I need to continue going for any activities that allow me to keep updated, knowing what's happening, what's going on. If I don't, I lose it after 3 years. So
then you're not valuable to the market.
No, if I show actually the market, oh, I have certificate 8 and I'm the best, I did it, and they say, okay, but we saw it is nullified then and then. So, yeah, but I have it.
They're like, we're in 2020 and this doesn't apply.
Thank you. So we work whereby you actually have to keep going and keep showing that you're up to date. And every some years, now we have version 10. I need to go back for version 10, and now version 10 has added the latest technologies for example. So the same we have on the blockchain space. When we actually do trainings, we don't just train you and we say, oh, we did it. You actually get a worldwide accredited certificate.
Okay.
That one you can go to German bank and say, here
and
is
use
it.
it.
Please,
that's
come.
Good.
Actually, when you have that certificate, you cannot be jobless. The job's actually looking for you.
That's good. Well, we're going to go back to that, what he said, ethical hacker, and ask him what that means. Is he the guy who hacks in and by law it's okay because it's ethical? But you said jobs, and that's key.
Yes.
I had some young ladies here, and they were talking about young Einstein, and they were talking about how in tech space there's so many jobs. It's just people are not aware. So somebody just wants to be a tech guy. They're not aware that even in tech, you can break it down.
Yes, very true. That is, I mean, again, partly it's ignorance, sadly. But sometimes it's also that no one gives you the roadmap.
Even when they're studying, nobody's telling them.
Yeah, the roadmap is usually either not there. And then you have to understand also, someone who trains sometimes just reads from the book. And that's the limitation. But if you get someone who's actually outside there in the industry and every day is knocked and said, this is the issue now, please solve it. This is the issue, please solve it. Industry stuff is different. Now for me, I work for corporates in Europe and other countries. So when they come with staff, actually their best people have failed and I need to come in. So now when I come in, I cannot tell them, let me go to Google. They want the solution now. And the manager actually is telling you, our system is down, so what do we do? So how do you get there? You need to be connected to the industry somehow. And I mean, often if I want to learn more about media, TV, how do you do all this? I want to invite you on a cup of coffee or tea. I will tell you, hey, should I drive you home? What? I will try to connect to you.
And ask a few questions.
Yes, is what I can ask. And I think that's something what we need to apply. See someone who's there and say, but how did you go there? Which doors did you open? What took you there? Get the career advice. And then at least then you know, oh, okay, so it's not only media, so it's also this and it's also that.
Yeah, and I think I like what young people, I mean, nonetheless, we're a young nation, but I like that the young people have tried to do, whether it's hubs or innovation points where they meet up and talk, you know, and what you might not know, let me tell you, I was surprised when I think a year and a half ago, there was a hackathon plus a showcase of innovative products. And I thought they'd just beat one or two. And then I walked in and there was a whole spread of the entire Serena Party of innovation. I said, where do you live? How did I not know this exists? And they'd have like agriculture. And they'd have products and apps and all sorts of things. And I said, wait, when did this happen? When did this happen? So you have the 8th is it East African Blockchain and Cybersecurity Conference. You were telling me, of course, because I said blockchain is relatively new. So if you're 8 years in, it used to be called the Cybersecurity Conference. Okay, so what happens at this conference?
At a conference, what happens is actually we try to tell you from A to as far we can take you what all this thing is about. We try to open your eyes because, man, as you said, some people don't actually look that far for different reasons, ignorance, etc. But we try to actually awareness. So just actually today morning at 4 a.m. I just picked up some of our guests from Germany. The other day it was from Botswana. I think today it's someone from Nigeria who come to speak at this conference.
I like that they're different markets.
Oh yes, we try to actually pull in different ones, and they've seen our profile and they appreciate, and so we can grow this. And we want people to really get from the best. So when they hear this thing, then when they start now those innovation things, which are good things, by the way, going on, as you said, we want them to pick from what they had and utilize that now in their product. So we have supply chain topics. We have even pension fund. How do I make sure people get actually paid when they go and retire, etc. We have farmers also. We have one of the big farmers there talking. We have universities, since we're also doing academical work here in Uganda. So we have a wide variety, and you can't come and have that plate served and there's nothing you can appreciate from it.
So are you talking to, are you sort of inviting the people already in the tech space who already have products and innovations, or are you talking to someone like me who's just got a phone and keeps hearing about cybersecurity and just sort of wants to attend?
So we're basically talking really to a broad range of people.
Great.
So we have partly from government, we have private, we have, as I say, academia, students from whatever level. Because before you actually can appreciate something, you need to know about it.
Yes.
So we want to basically really try to give you the ingredients at the earliest stage. And you see, this technology, as I mentioned, is new. And what we have seen yet is not all about. We've seen Facebook, so I want to do the next Facebook.
We're really scratching the surface. Trust me,
new,
we haven't done anything
greater.
else. Yeah.
So with the knowledge we share, we want you to now take your ideas you have and then implement it with
so just giving knowledge and then we choose what to do with it.
Exactly.
So, two things before we wind up. One, what's an ethical hacker? And then lastly, okay, just a sentence. If you were to define it in a dictionary, how would you do it?
Okay. Ethical hacker is really to know how the bad hacker works, to then protect your organization, could be yourself even, against it.
Right, like the movies. The guy who takes out the bad guy.
Yes.
He's a bad guy, but for the good side.
Exactly.
Oh, why am I
So it's good. It's not bad anymore.
Movies
Right?
to even explain this. I have no idea. And then also the conference is happening tomorrow.
The conference happening tomorrow,
Yes.
right? So it's a full day program. I mean,
Right.
we have too many speakers already. It's already a challenge to put the program together.
Great.
And we are actually trying to work with our partner, East African University, to shift it there so we can also get a higher
Well,
number
are you
actually
online so we can still
coming.
find the details there whenever you post them?
So we're
Yes.
online on blockchain-africa.io,
There you
where
go.
you see most of the information.
Thank you so much, Micah, for your
Thank
time.
you also. I appreciate it.
Can I just wake up one day and decide to get into tech and learn afresh?
After we visited some of our conferences,
Yes.
you could.
It's not like medicine that I have to sort of go back and...
Not 7 years, but with our side, maybe 1 year or 2.
That's okay.
Yes,
That's
I think
fine.
so.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, too.
That's it for Morning at 10 TV. Have yourselves a good day.
You're watching Morning at NTV.